Very good evening to all of you. So, sir, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Schedule is like this. For next 30 minutes, I will seek your, I can say, brain on the this very important topic, which is life and challenges of a consultant and trainer. And I'm so fortunate and so thankful to you that you have taken time out of a busy schedule. So we have started this expert talk series wherein every week we bring a new expert so that we have a large community of 700 enrolled members as of now, and there are 4,000 members, those who have registered with our app of SubMastery. And we also try that how we can add value in their lives, and that's the reason like every week we are bringing new expert with us. So thank you very much, Nitin sir, for taking time out of a busy schedule. Introduce Nitin Malhotra ji. As you must have known that he's a consultant for, you can say, with 12 years of experience, and before that he graduated in year 2003, and you worked with a couple of industries, and what you do now, can you just tell a brief for our new members? Yeah.
I started, I had been to automotive industries. I had been to Motherson. I had been to with JBM, Neolite, and the last organization I had worked, that is Trelleborg Automotive. So basically more into automotive industries only. And in when it comes to this industrial consulting journey, so it's around and around I can say 300 plus assignments where exactly we might have implemented different standards, including IATF, ISO 14000, ISO 45000, including even ISO 50000, aerospace. And training, definitely that is kind of one thing which I really enjoy. That is something which I feel, yes, thanks, when I was into industries, I was working with JBM when auditor picked me from there and introduced into consulting. I was not very much sure whether I'll be there in this consulting training, but definitely I'm now enjoying it, and it's been a great journey actually.
How many mandates of training you must have? I know it's very difficult to count, because I know I remember somewhere around I did 750 plus classroom training, and I did around 250 plus online sessions, so it's about 1000. I know before we used to count, and then after some years we left even counting. So I know you may not tell us the exact numbers, but how many mandates of training you must have delivered?
It's around in between I must say it's around 1200 plus mandates. Rather, last 4 years I can tell you, since IATF was introduced, I do not remember I have even done any consulting assignment. My team members are there who are doing consulting assignments. I'm more into training. So around and around, I do remember in 2017, 2018, it's 23, 24, even on Sundays we used to do training programs. So it was very hard schedule at that moment. So number of mandates, if we talk about last 4 years, that is the major part. Definitely, other than that, I must say it's definitely 1250 plus mandates. That is for sure. That is for sure.
Oh my God. So I think this is really appreciable.
So since I'm not into this online virtual programs, I was there into more of classroom training. But yes, we used to speak a lot, and you were into this is going to be next. And I can see when it comes to this Corona, what has brought, that is virtual training, that is on boom. So since April 4th, that is the first program when I did for it was a free session. It was just 3 hours session, nothing more than it. Since then, I think I would have done around 70 to 80 mandates of virtual training as well. So
with corporates,
last 8 months or so that is around 70-80 mandates of training.
Excellent.
Would have completed. So that is virtual training, online training.
That's really great. That's really great. Yeah, we also started in way back in last year, like June 2019. We started with like first training, and now we have delivered, as I said, like 200 plus programs. And now we started with zero members, and now there are 700 members, and even there are members from the outside India, like Indonesia, Malaysia, Nairobi, South Africa, and even UK and US. So that's the power of technology, that you can reach more number of people. But I do have a lot of respect for trainers and consultants because they really add a lot of value. And the best part is that the like you have delivered 1250 plus mandates of training and 300 plus assignments of IATF. So I really appreciate, and I think that's a huge feat. And so many of new consultant trainers, and one like I want to be a, like they must have this thought that I want to become like Nitin Malhotra.
Definitely. I'd been into this, like many people have contacted me, like they would like to become like a kind of a trainer or consulting. And yes, I can say like I have inspired almost. I really do not know the exact number. Yes, but I can say in last since 2011 onwards, I can say like definitely 5 to 6 numbers. I can say like those have become now consultant and trainers. So after just having a kind of feeling that okay, this is something how it needs to be done, so I promoted them. Definitely they become partner with us, and we did many consulting assignment. Because it's like Arun, that initial period is very tough. Initial
Yeah.
period is very tough. I was knowing it that it is not going to be easy for those guys actually. So I was giving them assignments, even though if that assignment was not giving good money to me, still I was okay, like okay, I'm creating a good consultant or trainer for like future generation. That was kind of a thought process I used to have. So I must say, like yes, 5 to 6 consultant trainers are there who have followed my fit, and definitely that is something which feels good.
It's really a feeling of proud, like when you give opportunity to new trainers and new consultant. Because I knew very well that most of the consultant and trainer, they come in this industry with a dream that they will make big, or they will earn, I'll say, the good amount of money and respect and appreciation. But the hard reality is something very very different, because it's really very difficult to break the barrier and to set your name in the market. And with a person like you with 12 years of into consulting and training, and I think really it really new people really deserve that attention. But what I have seen, that most of the people they don't spend that much time, or it's very hard for them in the beginning. And they go back to industry, and they go back to their normal routine job. So how do you see like this, the initial struggle? Do you think that if they could have stayed for a longer period of time, and somebody who is coming into this consulting and training career, you should have this thought process in mind that it will take some time? And how much time do you think a new trainer or consultant will take to establish himself in the market?
Since like Arun, I'll be very open. I'll be very open. I was doing good when it comes to when I was working with Trelleborg Automotive, which was the last industry where I was working. So when it comes to that, I was doing good. I was earning good money. I was heading Indian operations for quality department. So it was good life, nothing. The only thing is, I was any day, like I used to think that I need to build my own organization. I need to be in my own profession. So that was something keep on thinking. But definitely that period was giving me that okay, I need to have some amount with me, which will be required for coming days when I'll start my own business. So I must tell you, like I usually say, like since I had worked with consulting, so I was having few clientele with me. So I was knowing, okay, I will approach them and I'll get an opportunity with those guys. So that was there definitely. But otherwise, I was very much pretty much sure that okay, it will be almost 2 years would be not going to be very easy. 2 to 3 years, it would be very tough because I need to be established in market and people shall recognize me. So that was kind of a thought process I used to have. And whenever anyone who says like I want to become a kind of a consultant or trainer, I usually tell them, okay, you shall have that much of patience, that okay, I'll be there, and another like 1 year, 2 year, period would be quite tough. It's not going to be that much easy because you are getting a regular income that may not be there. So I usually used to tell everyone that, okay, this is something which you, but definitely after spending 2 to 3 years and good amount of time on value addition to the industries, because then only they'll be recognizing you, and then only they'll be accepting you, then only you'll be getting the business. So it's like a kind of thing which I feel. So 2 years minimum period which is required.
Yeah, I think like it's not that immediately you will get the business. Definitely you need to keep
Hmm.
that, buffer, because the expenses are there and the family expenses need to be met. And the same thing I did, like in my case, I pull all my money from PF, and then gave it to my wife and said that at least for 1 year do not disturb me. And I think in a year or two,
Similar,
or at
similar,
least in a year,
similar.
at least you will come to know whether you have that thing within you or not, whether you can sustain that thing or not. In a year will be good enough. Obviously it will take 2 to 3 years of time for you to get established, but at least minimum, I think, my perspective, at least 1 year, like hard cash you need to have in your bank, so that your family expenses
Yes,
must be met.
true, true, very much, very much.
Great, great. It's so great. And I would like to also talk about, you said that you went back to industry, and you worked for like 2 years, and between 2009 to 2012, for 2 years, 1.5, 2 years, you went back to industry.
2007 to 2009, I was there into consulting. Almost it was 2.5 years actually.
Okay.
I was into like consulting, but that was I was working with a
Okay.
consulting organization, right? So
Anyway, you were
since
working
I
as a
was
consultant,
working,
but then you were working with
yes,
some
yes,
organization.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Mhm.
definitely. So it was not my own business. I was not something like having my own business. So that was kind of a thought process, like, okay, I shall go back or I shall start my own. So that was kind of a thing which was being there in my mind. And definitely money is something which attracts the most. So so 2009, that was a kind of period when like industry again attracted me, and I definitely went into industry for like definitely monetary part. That was the thing.
Okay, I got that. So, what do you advise? Like, as like the way I did, like I started, I had like 9 years of experience when I came into consulting and training in 2012. And what do you advise? Like there may be different approaches. Like you worked for a consulting, and then you got that courage, and then had this vision that I want to start my business. So what do you advise? Do you advise, like, I'll ask two questions. One is how much year of experience somebody should have before they become full-time consultant and trainer, number one. And number two, what do you advise to them starting directly with the directly on their own, or then first working with a consultant or a trainer, established consultant or trainer? Yeah.
To be honest, I'll be very open to it that okay, if they do not have that much of experience into consulting, definitely they shall work under some consultant or trainer initially, because then they'll be able to understand the market and like what how consulting and training profession is going to work. And when it comes to the years of experience, I must say, like at least 8 to 10 years of experience you shall be there in industries or something, because then only you'll be able to understand about the pain areas of industry, and you'll be able to tell others that okay, in these situations what shall be done, what shall be done. So that is something where exactly you need to focus. You'll be able to spend good amount of time. So I feel it's 8 to 10 years you must stay with your industries, and then in terms of might be into consulting or other organization where exactly you need to work under some guidance. Then afterwards definitely you can start your own. That is something what I feel. This is totally my feeling, and I'd been, and I think it's similar in case of yours as well. You had
Yeah.
spent some time with a consulting organization where exactly you were working as a kind of an employee, and you gained some knowledge, and then afterwards you went into industry. So this is what exactly is the kind of a cycle which I feel people shall follow.
Yeah. I basically, when I started, like I worked as a co-founder, and we were like two members who started that company, and then eventually we went to 12 members. And yes, it was way easy. I will say it was way easier if somebody else market you, and it's really difficult when you need to market yourself. So I was also fortunate enough that in year 2012 when I started with a co-founder, and there was a marketing team who was actually marketing my services. In your case, like when you started, I think you had this partnership in the beginning when you started. So what do you suggest, like starting on
Yes.
their own solo or starting with a partnership? Although this may vary from person to person, but what do you advise about starting with a partner? Somebody else should market your service, it will be easier, or starting solo? What would be your advice on starting? Yeah.
See, like it's definitely what I feel. Having a partnership is always better. Having a partnership, because then you'll have a kind of a support system as well. If you are your own, then it is very difficult in initial days. It is not going to be that easy because people do not know about you, and you have to market yourself, you have to get business, you have to generate business, you have to deliver business. So everything is with you. That is not going to be easy. So you have to have a team, or you have to have a kind of a partnership. That is something which I feel, yes, it is there, it is there. And it, if it is long lasting, it is nothing like it. But definitely initial days are where exactly I feel partnership is going to be very good. But yes, I'd seen a few organizations which are developed and working for years and years. There are 3 4 partners and kind of things. So they are doing good, they are pretty good into the market. So I'd been into like this when I started my own. This was again a partnership, private limited company. We were a kind of a partnership firm, right? But in initial days it was going well. Then later part, you definitely have kind of different mindsets, you different have kind of a thought process. So we could not able to sustain with that. But definitely I feel, yes, having a partnership and kind of a support system is going to be very healthy when it comes to this requirement.
Then you're right. I think then it becomes a lot easier if you have partner in place. You know, the because initially there's a lot of, I think, stress which is there, and if someone else is there with you, you can do better planning, and it will be a joint efforts kind of thing. Like I also got separated from my partnership in year 2016 because we had different vision. Like I was more inclined towards the use of technology and investing more in time and resources in the developing of a platform. But somehow I couldn't convince my partner, and he was, you know, more oriented towards the physical kind of growth. So but I do appreciate him, and because, you know, because that initial kind of, you know, push which we gave to each other, I think that is something which is really helpful for both of us, right? Yes, so I think it's we need not to have negative perception about what will happen to the partnership, or
Yes.
partnership does not last for long. But at least starting, like if we have partners, definitely it become a lot more easier.
True, very true, Arun. I also feel the same. Like yes, having a partnership, because then you have a kind of I meant like I said that okay, you'll have a kind of a support system. You can have a discussion how to strategize the thing so that you can plan in a better way. If you are solo, then only your mind is there, and we usually say like brainstorming session. Brainstorming storm means then only if there are brains, then only it can be a storm. So definitely different person can have a different mindset, different thought process, and that something can add better value to your system, better value to your system.
Or maybe it could be that if you're even starting with a solo, in that case, like after you get, you know, business from your known acquaintance and the people in your network, definitely you can hire a team. Like I believe now you are working with a team. How many team members like you have as of now?
As of now, like 8 members are
Eight
permanently
members.
working with me, who are basically into consulting and training. So they are doing
Yes,
good. And
great.
like we have few persons where exactly we are giving them kind of business as an outsourced business, what we usually do, where exactly if my team members are not able to deliver kind of those things, so definitely we have kind of experts with us.
Really, it's really appreciable that you have built a team of 8 people, and then also you you know, get opportunity, and you also give opportunity to people, new consultant, to deliver the project, and really appreciable. Okay, so we have, you know, talked about more about the, you know, the challenges and the at the initial mindset and the of a person who want to become a trainer or a consultant. And now I would like to also talk about the the challenges which are faced by the consultant or a trainer? And what do you think the most top biggest one of the biggest challenge you feel the trainer has to face and consultant has to face?
To be honest, management of an industry is the biggest challenge to face, because many a times those are very good, but many a times when it comes to in Indian industries, you'll find kind of person who want everything but won't be able to invest in kind of things where exactly those need to be there. So that is something, because what I'd seen, something like which we usually say in Indian market, Lala company, right? So when it comes to those companies where exactly I'd seen, they do not want to invest on their infrastructure. And if I'm a consultant and I want to deliver some results, I want to deliver, definitely I would need some infrastructure resources, then only I'll be able to deliver. You just trust me, I'd been to kind of companies where exactly, uh, if you had given them a document and you are asking them, okay, next time I'll be coming and you need to complete these records and this and that requirement, next time if you are wasted, then they'll come and tell you, sir, printer nahi work kar raha tha. This is something, printer was not working. So when you listen to this is something which is very painful. So I believe if an Indian industry can overcome kind of these situations, definitely we can grow in a better way. So that is the biggest challenge what I face. The other thing which I can tell you, because there are a number of consultants. I believe when I started, definitely I was very new to it. So I was thinking of having a business, and definitely whatever the cost I was able to get, I usually used to think, okay, I've got this. That's enough. That's enough. But over a period, I've realized that okay, whatever effort you want to put, the second factor which matters, that is money which you are getting. So in industry, what I had faced a kind of a problem, people will tell, okay, I'm getting this, whatever you are charging, just half of the cost. So that is kind of things which disturb in times of. But yes, this you have to accept, you have to be in kind of because earlier you were doing it, so I know I've done kind of things earlier, so I know this is something. So I do not feel that it's a problem, but definitely these are kind of challenges being faced by a consulting organization who have developed a kind of a base, and where exactly they feel, okay, I cannot work under this amount. So that is kind of a challenge which is there. So first, definitely the topmost problem which I had seen, it's basically management is not investing kind of on infrastructure. They are very good, they are having a good car, this is that
Yeah.
everything would be there, but from where they are getting money, they do not want to invest. That is kind of a painful thing which I had seen. I usually tell every entrepreneur who is into having his manufacturing industry, I usually tell them, okay, this is something, okay, you are having a good car, that is good thing. You are having a bungalow and kind of thing, that's good thing. But definitely from where you are getting it, it's basically this place where you are getting it. So you have to put good money in this business, then only you'll be able to get more cars and kind of thing. So, but I'd seen definitely things will be better in coming days, because I'd seen a lot of improvement in last 10 years, almost 9-10 years. So I'd seen that improvement. So that is what my opinion is.
Yeah, so you feel that the biggest challenge is absolutely about the kind of resources and like the people we look at the QMS perspective, like some organization, if they are just looking at a, certificate purpose and they say, okay, I'm just looking for a certificate, and if some consultant is giving at a price of 50,000 and you are charging 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, why we should pay? And definitely those organizations, and after some time what I have seen, initially we may have to work for them, or initially we were also like that, as you said, that we also kept our price lower so that we can get business, but obviously after some time it doesn't make sense, and those organizations wouldn't be our target market after a period of time. And now I think you straight away would reject them and would say, okay, you want to get the certificate, you can get the certificate from anywhere. How good is, like, how would you
We
feel when you reject a client?
uh, you have to be. You have to be. I was discussing with one of my another friend who is there in Pune, and he was saying the same thing. Okay, what I had felt, definitely, who actually wants to improve, they'll invest into you. They'll realize over a period, okay, this consultant or this trainer has given some kind of value to my system. So they'll realize it. When they'll do a kind of a trial on some other person and will give lesser money, might be they were able to get that, okay, I'm not getting the result. So I usually say, okay, it's good that, okay, somebody has done kind of a trial. They had gone with another consultant or trainer. It's another opportunity for me, because if I'm getting some amount, so I can next time I can ask, okay, you have done that trial, you have not got the result, so I'm now asking for more money. So that is something which I feel, yes, it's good, but definitely it's something many a times which gives a wrong feeling as well, that, okay, many people are going after only having a certificate on their wall. That's it. They are not looking for value addition by means of having this certification.
Yeah, and I think those companies who just look at the certificate and they only get, then they get the certificate. Obviously, they do get the certificate, but they don't get the value out of that, and they don't get the the benefit which they should be getting from the system. Because I know the company which I work for, like Minda Group of Industries, the management is pretty much serious about this system implementation, and there are companies whom I know, whom I work with, like. And I have seen them that those who do not respect the systems, and they also grow at sometimes they don't grow itself, and those who respect systems, definitely they are, we have seen them growing like anything else. So it's about like how the management see that, right? But it's really a pain a lot in the beginning when we have to sacrifice on our the ethics, and we say, okay, if you want certificate, I'll deliver the certificate. But I think after a certain period of time, when you are at some level, then you can decide whether you want to in which part of the consultant or trainer side you want to be, on a side where you say, okay, you will get the certificate, or you say, no, I have this ethics and value, and this is my charge. So with due respect to all clients, but in that case you have authority, you have the that at that level wherein you can select your own client, and that it is one of the biggest joy. Do you think it's one of the biggest joy, like you can select your own client after a certain period of time?
Yes, yes, pretty much. It's kind of a thing where exactly you can choose where exactly you want to work, because
Yeah.
you are knowing about them. Okay, this is a kind of a company which actually is looking for kind of a results. They want kind of improvement in their organization. So they are kind of many organization where exactly, yes, but many a times we have to even close our eyes to get business. If we are getting kind of amount, we have to close many a times our eyes. But definitely otherwise, I've tried to be very much into that. Okay, this is something where exactly we need to find kind of these kind of clientele only, because other clientels are required to just ensure that, okay, cash flow is good of
Yeah.
your organization. So that is something is there. But otherwise, definitely many a times we have not even submitted our quotations to kind of clients where exactly that, okay, they are not looking for kind of a service which we may offer. So that is something where we have done kind of things.
Absolutely true. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. And I think one of the bigger joy, I believe, like and the about the business, like you get a continuous business after a certain period of time. Like if you have, you say, have 200 clients, and after some time, what will happen that you will continuously, at least in a year, even if one client give you one training in a year, you will end up doing 200 mandates of training, which is a huge, I think, number. And so that's the biggest benefit, like network effect. Because I don't remember one HR person, he was in one company, he introduced me, and then he went to another company and he introduced me there. Then he went to third company, he introduced me there. He went to fourth company, he introduced me there, and that's how I had 4 clients. And if I deliver good service, and definitely they are going to with me. So that's the biggest advantage. Do you believe that as a consultant trainer, if you stay for long, you develop this network effect?
Very much, very much. I usually tell that, okay, consulting training is a kind of operation which is a nothing but like a network business only. It's kind of that, okay, If you have delivered good result to some organization, they'll recognize you, and definitely the person who is kind of coordinating with you, whenever he'll be going to some other location, that is another potential business of yours. This has happened just 3-4 days back. I was there last weekend actually, Friday and Saturday. I was there into one company where exactly I'd done TS assignment in 2007. Then in 2000, I think 14, no, 2012, 13, I did the EHS project. Then in 2016, I done this IATF, 2017 in IATF. Then again, I was doing a training. And the best part about the company, the person have changed many a times when it comes to, and wherever those person have gone, like MR person who was working, I'm having those as a my clientele as well. So that is something which is, I usually say, if you deliver the result, you'll be actually developing your network, and network will give you business,
That's
nothing
it.
else.
Yeah, network will give you the business. I think that's the point which need to be remembered. Okay, now I would like to talk about, sir, about money part. So what do you think? Like it's getting like into the consulting and training will be more beneficial in the longer run when it comes to money and what you could have earned in the organization as a GM, as a plant head, or you think that it's more about being independent and having taking your own decisions is more important?
See, at some point of time, then you'll realize, okay, the money part was not that important. Now I shall enjoy my life as well. And when it comes to enjoying your life, that means you have to have kind of mind shall be relaxed. Brain is something where exactly you can develop on other things as well. So I usually say, like, at some point of time, you can realize, okay, over money, yes, I was getting it, I shall get it, definitely I shall get it, but I shall have kind of a mind relaxed in my system. That is something which you will feel. So I feel, yes, uh, you'll get more enjoyment if your mind is something which is relaxed. Money, yes, can give good things. You can get a good life. You can enjoy anywhere. But definitely, if you really want to relax your mind and you want to actually live your life in a kind of a way where exactly, okay, I'm enjoying my life, that is something, then I must say, like, okay, you have to have a kind of relaxed mind. And I can say, when it comes to consulting and training, this is something which is the supermost thing which I had achieved. When I give a training and there are 15, 20, 30, 50 persons are sitting and listening to you, and they are asking few questions, you are giving them answers, that give you kind of a feeling, okay, yes, I've done something today. I've done something today. And yes, I'm going to have a very good sleep tonight. So that is kind of a feeling which you get from consulting training in my case, actually.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like because I think when if you are able to clear the person doubt, people doubt, and that's the solving their queries which is in their mind for so many years, and that's what you have solved that. And in the at the night, I think that's the biggest satisfaction for like being a trainer, because you have this attitude that you are here for giving, and that's a huge satisfaction. The money could be equivalent or could be more or could be less. It would depends, right, on the kind of clientele you
Right.
have. Or I would say in a longer run, it could be like similar, or it could be less or 20-30% up or down. But as you said, it does not matter. What matter is if you have a relaxed mind, and if you have this, thought process, which you think that at the end of the day, like you're doing something substantial, you're adding some value, that is a more, it's a more valuable feeling,
True.
you think.
Very true. Very
That's
true.
right. Great,
I
great.
agree.
So we have talked about a bit about the challenges now, and now I would like to talk about the auditees part and the people who are there in the organization. Like, what do you think? The first question is from this perspective: how exactly they should select a consultant or trainer? What should be their methodology like? What should be the methodology of selecting? Either it's based on their personal experience most of the time, but what do you think the methodology when it comes to like selection of a consultant or a trainer for their IMS project, for their, I say, integrated management system, or their IATF implementation project?
I do remember which I feel yes that was my best experience, best experience. I was I was asked to give a quotation. I'd given them a quotation. It was definitely on higher side, where exactly other consultants have quoted lesser than me, right? Definitely, there would have been a kind of a consultant as well who might have given a higher quotation to me as well. But the best thing what they did, they asked me, okay, give me your clientele information, right? I said, okay. Then they simply asked me, I want name of the person, email of the person, who is the contact person, and even a landline number. I
Great.
said, if a company is not having a landline number, I have to give you a mobile number, and mobile number can be of mine as well. If you ask me, said, sorry, do not give me that number. I want a landline number. And I do remember what they did. They didn't call it actually. They simply did kind of a feedback survey for me that, okay, how about this consultant? What do you rate about his this process? Is this process? Is this requirement? Is this requirement? He simply asked few 4, 5, 6 questions, and the person might have given them definitely a few answers. Touchwood, the answers would have been good. That's why they selected me. So but I feel, yes, credentials need to be verified by the company before choosing a consultant. Definitely, networking, personal, this and that. Definitely, that is another verifying a credential only. So when it comes to verifying the credential, that is the supermost requirement when it comes to choosing a consultant. Because if he has delivered in some other companies, so definitely he can deliver in your company as well.
That's really good, and that's the best way. Like talk, and that's the reason. Like if you have not delivered the value in your previous organization or the consulting organization, you will definitely will not be getting a good feedback. That's great. Okay, now I'd like to ask about this one question, wherein like you see a lot of engineers, like in the way like SubMastery is operating. As of now, we are helping the engineers, and most of the engineers are spending money from their own pocket, and they're not company sponsored. And we have seen a trend wherein they are spending on their own, and also we are getting a huge result in terms of members are getting a salary hike, their confidence is increasing, they're able to clear interviews, they are getting the respect at the workplace. All these benefits we are getting. What do you think like about the engineers? Like it's a continuous journey, they should definitely improve. So how do you see the quality of the engineers when you see in your training program, and what do you feel that how if they should they should be seriously investing in their learnings? What do you think about that?
Yes, without learning you cannot get earning. Simple concept. So
Without learning
definitely,
you cannot get earning. That's a great word.
yes, yes.
Great line.
So it's a simple concept what I say, like if you do not invest on learning, how you can earn? It's a basic thing. So if you have to grow, definitely you need to spend on your learning. It's basic thing, like we have to do schooling, we have to do graduation. Definitely we have a kind of knowledge, then only will get an employment. It's the same thing. If you had been employed in an organization, you have to learn about the industry's best concepts. And when it comes to these management systems, these are nothing but management systems are kind of best concepts which are proven for years and years. So it's something where exactly I feel people shall invest on learning. Without that, they cannot grow. That is what I feel. When I do a kind of a training, I can see like there are kind of person who have been asked to sit in that training, which I feel. And many a times when I realize it, I usually tell everyone, please do not push anyone to attend a training. Who actually wants to learn and who actually wants to get kind of a knowledge, please ask that person, rather than having a kind of people over there who are just listening for the sake of, because they have been asked for it. It's not going to be kind of things what organization is looking for.
Absolutely. I think today's competitive world, like as you said, that like to earn we need to first learn, and it's a continuous journey. It's not like that you learn something once in your college or from someone, then it's a continuous kind of thing. Now the standards are also changing. That's a good thing. Great. So I sir, I think it was great talking with you, and you have given us so much of time, and I really, cherish our relationship, and I really feel happy that whenever I need your help, you are always there. And uh, like if someone want to reach to you, so if you have any website or any link wherein people can visit and can visit your profile. Yeah.
Definitely, like I'm working when it comes to my company name, it's Technoclan Consultants, right? And my website is www.technoclan.in. Technoclan, TECHNOCLAN.in. That is my website. And definitely email ID and mobile number is there on that website, and you can definitely come to us, and we are love uh, to have you in for this consulting and training journey. And if we can give kind of a value addition to your system, definitely like you can contact me at any
Yes.
moment of time, no
Great.
issues.
Great. Thank you very much. So we'll be giving that link in our the YouTube this below you can see. And if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, then do subscribe to our YouTube channel. So these are new series which we have started. Every Thursday we bring a new expert, so that we can help you get the answer of your questions. And that's our mission at SubMastery, is that how we can help the engineers and the working professionals so that they can get ahead in their career. So sir, thank you very much for giving time to us, and thanks a lot. Thank you.